Damn, okay. Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Nikki, and today's video I'm going to be sharing a grocery haul from Aldi with you guys. So, not too big today, we just had to pick up a few staple items and grab some other new things that I'm excited about, but I'm gonna go ahead and run through them really quickly and share the nutrition and points and stuff on WeightWatchers, and just talk about some of the things that I use these foods for. If you enjoyed this video or find it helpful, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. And let's go ahead and get started. Starting with produce, like I always do. I feel like we always get the same things, but I do really like Aldi for produce. They were pretty on point this morning. I'm happy with everything that we got. So we always get some bananas for protein shakes and for Adam to take to work. We always get some blueberries for my yogurt bowls, and these were actually cheap today because they have been so expensive. I've kind of just stopped buying blueberries because they're just not really in season, but these ones are firm. They look really nice, and they were, I think, like $2 or $3 for the container, so that was nice. It's been like $7 for a container, and so like I said, we kind of just stopped buying those. I started buying more of the frozen fruit for my yogurt bowls, which I actually did buy today. I got this bag. It is a cherry berry blend. I had to go digging in the back because they had a bunch of like strawberry banana ones, but I saw on the sign that it said they had a cherry berry blend, so I went and got this. And first of all, I have to say Aldi, of course the prices are always better, but like I feel like I paid like $5 for this, and usually it's like 10 at Walmart or wherever I've bought it from recently. So definitely a good deal, and I need to keep that in mind when I'm buying frozen fruit because this thing is like full right now. So this has dark sweet cherries, tart cherries, blueberries, and strawberries. I've really been enjoying the frozen cherries in my yogurt bowl lately. Again, it's kind of like ice cream, the same way the strawberries are. It just reminds me of like ice cream with that, and I like to add some granola or some cereal to give it a little more sweetness and crunch and like maybe chocolatiness or like peanut butter. With this, it kind of tastes like a PB&J if I do like peanut butter love crunch. That's become one of my favorite things. I love doing the frozen fruit, and some people leave it frozen and mix it with the yogurt, and then it really does kind of like solidify the yogurt to make it more like ice cream consistency. For me, I actually prefer to microwave it so that it's soft and more like liquidy, and then it makes kind of like a juice when you mix it with the yogurt, and it's just so good. I've really been enjoying that. Then we needed some onions, and both of them looked good today, so I just got a bag of each. So I got some yellow onions and some red onions. I just like to have both because then it makes it easier to kind of switch up meals and change the flavor to meals. By only switching one ingredient, it can kind of change things up. So anyway, I use those for pizzas, veggie mixes, eggs, anything that I use onion for. I feel like I use onion in almost every meal that I make, but it's always just a good addition. Then I got some mushrooms. So these are just sliced white mushrooms. I like to use these for pizza and eggs mostly, but another vegetable that I just like to buy most of the time that I go to the store because it's easy to incorporate even into like pasta and stuff. When I'm making a meal and trying to plan a meal, I always go for the 0-point foods first. So I try to see if I can do a 0-point protein, and then with the veggies, which are usually 0 points, I try to pick out a few to incorporate. So that just always gives me some more options. Same with having some zucchini on hand, which is another vegetable that just goes well with so many different things. I like to use it a lot for veggie mixes, but I do also like to use it just as like a quick side with pasta. I'll slice it up into little discs, add a little bit of olive oil spray, some seasoning, and some Parmesan cheese, and then roast it in like the air fryer or the oven, and it makes a good side with pasta or chicken or something. Okay, then we got some peppers. So they've got the 3-pack like this. It's similar to the one that I get from Sam's Club that's a 6-pack, but again, I just use these for veggie mixes, and if I'm gonna make like a pasta or just like need to throw an extra vegetable into a meal, usually a bell pepper is something easy that'll go with a lot of things, whether it's like a taco meal, like some fajitas or something, or like I said, pasta or pizza, or if we're making breakfast, it just is an easy vegetable to incorporate. Then I got a bunch of Honeycrisp apples. These were giant, so I was excited. They're always so big at Aldi, I swear, but these are 0 points on WeightWatchers. I like to have one every single day after I finish up my dinner. I usually just eat it like this, like I wash it and then I just bite into it and eat it like an apple, but sometimes I cut it into slices and I make apple nachos. Other times I've been cooking it and using it as a fruit base for my yogurt bowl with a little bit of cinnamon. So I still have one every day. There's just different ways that I like to have it, but most of the time it's just like eating it like a normal apple after my dinner before I have dessert. Then we needed some grapes, and I actually got 2 of these because we've been going through grapes pretty quickly. Trevor's been eating them more, and I've been prepping them in a container so it's easier for Adam to take them to work. So we've been going through them quicker, and I wanted to just get more. I'm just gonna clean them off and put them in a big bowl, but these ones are massive. I cannot believe how big these grapes are. So it's just half green, half red grapes. This one has really big green grapes. These are a little bit more on the normal side, but Anyway, got those as a 0 point option. They have such good sweetness and really do satisfy my sweet tooth after I finish a meal. I like to have them with breakfast and lunch usually. Okay, a couple other 0 point things that I got. So they haven't had artichoke hearts at Sam's Club lately. I used to buy the big jar, and every time I've gone, I've checked and they haven't had them. So they had a small jar. This will be fine though. Sometimes the big jar was just like too much, but when I try to shop for the smaller ones, they're usually in oil and I prefer to just get them in water. But today they had them in water at Aldi. So these are just artichoke hearts. They're 0 points on Weight Watchers because they're in water. If they were in oil, they would be points. But 20 calories and a gram of protein, and they've got 3 grams of fiber. So I like to incorporate these in bowls with rice or even like sandwiches. My favorite sandwich at Potbelly used to be the Mediterranean, which had artichoke hearts and cucumbers and roasted red peppers, hummus and chicken and feta. Oh my gosh, I want it right now. It's so good. And so I like to kind of recreate that at home with those artichoke hearts. I got some dill pickle chips, so also 0 points. These ones are good. I like the ones that are in the refrigerated section usually, just because I feel like they taste a little bit more like crisp and fresh. They're still salty and they work well on sandwiches and burgers and bowls, but I just prefer to get the ones that are usually found in the refrigerated section. They're 0 points and 5 calories for the serving of about 3 pickles. Then this was a seasoning we probably didn't need because we do have an everything bagel seasoning, but then I saw that it was jalapeno flavored, so I kind of wanted to try it, and then I showed it to Adam and he wanted it too. So we had to get this. I thought this would be good. It's just a topper for like bagels or eggs. Probably eggs is what I'll use it the most for, but even like the picture like on avocado toast or some type of like breakfast toast or a breakfast pizza, which is something I'm gonna be making soon, I think that this would be a good option. Then we just got some eggs. So I really like these from Aldi. They're just their pasture raised eggs. Again, a good option for the price, because when I buy these at like Target and Walmart, it's like $7 and this one was like $4.50 or something. So I just like to get these. These eggs specifically make us feel better than just like the regular plain eggs we used to buy from Walmart. So it's something that I can justify paying a little bit more for. They're 0 points on Weight Watchers. I mostly use them for breakfast, but also if I'm making different recipes that need them. A lot of the time when we're doing like fried rice or sesame noodles, I like to throw some eggs in and scramble them in with it. So that's why we needed more eggs. Then moving on to some meat that I got. So I always get this when we go to Aldi. It's just their center cut bacon. It's the same as all the other center cut bacon we buy. Usually it's 2 points for 2 slices, 50 calories, 4 grams of fat, and it's got 5 grams of protein. And it's just the Appleton Farms brand, which is like an Aldi brand. So I usually just make the whole packet once, and then we have it ready in the fridge to use for different meals. Then some other proteins that we got. We still have some ground turkey in the fridge that I'm actually gonna use for dinner tonight, but I got some ground chicken. I got 2 pounds of it. This isn't 0 points because it's not just chicken breast. It's 4 points for the serving of 4 ounces on Weight Watchers. It's got 150 calories for that serving, 8 grams of fat, and 20 grams of protein. It's still a good high protein option. I like to use it to make chicken burgers or meatballs, or even like a meat sauce, but that's actually what I'm doing with the ground turkey tonight. So this is just an option to have in the fridge, and usually when I buy 2 pounds like this, I'll just prep it both the same. So like if I make it as taco meat, I'll just make it all together. If I make it as meatballs, I'll make 2 pounds of meatballs. So that way it's just ready in the fridge to grab and add to other meals. And then the last meat that I got, this Crocus ham. So this is another one that I just always get at Aldi because they always have it and it's cheaper there. But this is a pound of it. It is 1 point for the serving of 2 slices, but if you have 1 slice, it's 0 points. So a lot of the time I'll just use 1 slice on a breakfast sandwich if I'm trying to do something like quick and just throw together a low point breakfast. It is 0 points for a slice. But if you have 2, it's technically a point. It's got 50 calories, 1 gram of fat, 1 carb, and 11 grams of protein. Then some cheese that I got. So I have really been wanting to make some hearts of palm lasagna lately, and for that I need this ricotta cheese. So I usually get this one from Aldi. I've seen ricotta cheese made with skim milk other places. I feel like I've gotten it at Jewel before, but it's a little bit harder to find. But this is what I will use for that lasagna. I use the whole container. The serving for a 1/4 cup has 90 calories and 6 grams of protein, but it's just an ingredient that I picked up for a specific recipe that I'm making. Then I also got some shredded cheese because I need that for different recipes, for pizzas, for eggs, for tacos, all that stuff. So I got reduced fat, Mexican style, and cheddar. These ones are a little bit higher point than the normal reduced fat that I used because usually it's 3 or 2 points for the serving. This one's 4, and I think it's just because it's higher in calories and fat a little bit, but it is still a good option. I don't always use the full 4-point serving with recipes I'm making. Sometimes a wrap only needs like a half serving, but yeah, I just like to get the reduced fat because To me, it tastes very similar to just the regular cheese that we used to buy, but it's a lower point option. Then I got this Parmesan cheese. This is 4 points for the serving of an ounce, which again, this is another one that I kind of just add to recipes, so I just track it as I go, depending on how much we have. It's 110 calories for the serving of an ounce. It's got 9 grams of protein and 1 carb, and I just pretty much shred as I need it, so it's nice to just have the block like this. It definitely tastes fresher and like adds more flavor to dishes, so that's why I've been enjoying buying the block like that, but sometimes I just buy it when it's already pre-shredded too. I got some yogurt, so these are 2 points for the containers. They have 2 different options of vanilla Greek yogurt there in containers like this. One of them is a higher protein option, and I personally don't like it. I feel like it's got a really weird aftertaste, and it only has like 2 extra grams of protein compared to this one, so I always grab this one. I feel like it tastes the most like my regular damnlilt Greek yogurt that I get. It's 80 calories for a container, 2 grams of fat, 4 carbs, 2 grams of sugar, and 12 grams of protein. And like I said, it's 2 points, just like the damnlilt. The protein ones are also 2 points for one, but again, I just prefer the flavor of this, and I just like to do some type of fruit with it, and then like a granola or cereal. I haven't gotten this in a while, so this is the Park Street Deli tzatziki. I used to buy this all the time to make Greek bowls, and it's honestly what I'll probably use it for this time too, because I haven't had a Greek bowl in a while, and I've been craving it, and now that I've got the artichokes and stuff, and I've got some cucumbers, I might throw that together. But this is 2 points for the serving of 2 tablespoons. It's 50 calories, 4.5 grams of fat, 2 carbs, and 2 grams of protein. And I know tzatziki is something that you can kind of easily make on your own with some Greek yogurt, and they make like different seasoning packets and stuff, but for me personally, I just like to get this as a quick and easy option. I like the flavor of it. It reminds me of spinach artichoke dip that I used to buy when I would buy like the Hawaiian bread things a long time ago, or even as like a kid at parties. I used to always love that, and so that kind of satisfies that craving for it. It kind of tastes similar, but it's made with Greek yogurt, so it's a lower point option. Okay, I needed some regular just olive oil for cooking, so I got that, but then right next to it, they also had this chili infused oil. So it's just olive oil. I thought that this would be good. Of course, I don't use oil all the time, but it's something that I just have in my cabinet when I need it for a different recipe every now and then. This is 5 points for the tablespoon, but again, if I'm using a tablespoon, it's gonna be cooked into a recipe, and then I will just like track the individual servings. So usually I'll do like 1 or 2 points, or sometimes I just don't track the cooking oil I use depending on how much I do. But it says that it's good for pizza and pasta, so I'm excited to try this out and see how it is and how spicy it is. Okay, then this is something that Adam picked out, which he's gonna try. I'm not gonna try this though. He'll try. You wanna come try this on camera? So I do not like olives. That's one of the foods that I just cannot eat. I don't know what it is about them. I've just never enjoyed them. I know a lot of people struggle to eat olives, but anyway, he was excited because these are jalapeno stuffed.
Never had that before.
Yeah, no, and there's 0 points on WeightWatchers. The serving is 15 calories for 2 of them. I do not like olives.
Yeah, it smells like olives.
You just gonna go in? Okay. Cheers.
Cheers. You would not like that at all.
Is it good?
It's very good. A lot more olive, obviously, but it's very good.
Do you like it without like the oil? Because I feel like olives usually have oil. They're not water like this.
No, I like them. I actually kind of like it in water.
Really?
Yeah, it tastes just like an olive though.
So what would you do with this?
Just eat it like that.
You just eat them as like a snack?
Yeah, put them on a snack plate, like cheese.
Okay.
Because they had cheese stuffed ones too, but those are
I saw those. They had like a feta one or something,
Yeah, that's why I just want the jalapeno ones. It was 0.
Okay, so you're gonna eat those? You like them?
Yeah, they're really good.
Okay, anyway, so yeah, we got those to try. You probably should refrigerate those.
Yeah.
But okay, a few other things that we got to wrap this up. We got these hash brown patties, which I feel like, again, this was like a really good deal for the amount that we got, because these are very similar to the ones we get from Trader Joe's, but this one comes with 20. So these are just hash brown patties made with shredded potatoes. They're 120 calories for one, 6 grams of fat, 16 carbs, a gram of fiber, and a gram of protein. And one of them is 4 points on WeightWatchers. That's something that when I'm craving like a fast food, like McDonald's breakfast or like a Chick-fil-A breakfast burrito, I'll pop one of those in the air fryer, or even like Taco Bell breakfast, and then I'll make a copycat meal at home. So they have like the Crunchwrap Supreme where they have one of those in the middle, and I can make that at home using like a low carb tortilla. I also like to break one up and add it to a breakfast burrito with some chicken to make it like Chick-fil-A, or just have it plain and it tastes like McDonald's. Like sometimes I'm just craving that. So it's nice to have those in the freezer, and they're only 4 points for one, and it's just something I enjoy in moderation when I'm craving it. I needed some bread, so this is the Knock Your Sprouts Off Reduced Sodium bread. bread. It's 70 calories for a slice, 16 carbs, 3 grams of fiber, 1 gram of sugar, and 3 grams of protein. And for one slice, it is 2 points on Weight Watchers, but 2 slices is 3 points. So I like this one because it's a little bit smaller, but it's nice when I'm craving a sandwich to only have to use 3 points for the bread. It is egg and dairy free, and it just has a good, like, kind of nutty flavor, I feel like. It does say it's honey sweetened, so it does have a little sweetness to it, and I usually just like toast it up in the air fryer and we'll make a sandwich with it, or a breakfast sandwich, or even just have it as toast with eggs. Okay, these were there and they were just on sale, so I grabbed a box of them. They are just the chocolate Fiber One donuts, so they're 4 points for one. I don't really have these that often, and a lot of the times I just don't buy them because I feel like they're kind of pricey. Same with like the brownies they have. I usually just like to buy the big box from Sam's Club, but for one donut, it's 100 calories, 4.5 grams of fat, 14 carbs, 4 grams of fiber, 3 grams of sugar, and 1 gram of protein. And like I said, I feel like for 4 points too, it's just something that I only like to have every once in a while when I'm like kind of craving these, but it's a good option and it's something that we just have every once in a while. And then the last thing that I got from Aldi, which I was so excited, actually Adam spotted them first. I thought that they discontinued these. I've been savoring my last bag that I have here, and they still had them. So these are the gluten-free sweet chili crisps. Every time we go there, I buy at least 3 bags of these because we just all love them so much. They have such good flavor. It's 140 calories for 12 of them and 4 points on Weight Watchers. It's got 7 grams of fat, 16 carbs, 1 gram of fiber, 2 grams of sugar, and 2 grams of protein. And like I said, they are gluten-free. They are so good when they're flavored. Some of the times I've gotten bags and they haven't been that seasoned, and then other times I get them and they're super seasoned. But either way, they're just a really good, salty, crunchy snack that I like. That again, I don't have all the time, but every once in a while. I'll usually just even eat these plain and not even like dipped and stuff because I just love the flavor of them. So if you see these, I highly recommend these from Aldi. And yeah, that's everything that we got today. Like I said, we didn't need too much, but it always opens my eyes when we go there and I see the prices. I'm like, I need to just shop here more because it is really nice when I need like a quick stock up. They don't have a lot of the stuff that we need. Like they don't carry the pasta we like, and like, I don't know, a lot of specific things that we like to get, they don't have, but as like a place to stock up, it is really nice. So we've got some good produce, some good meals ready for the week, and I'm feeling prepared. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, please go ahead and give it a like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.